Hello, my name is Jeremy Spry, and here are 7 videos that I recommend for atheists. So the first one is just this video. It's a secular video under 7 minutes about the machines, the molecular machines inside living cells, some prokaryotic cells, some eukaryotic cells. But it really helps people see what is going on inside living cells, that these are actual machines doing actual work, and hopefully people will come to the logical conclusion, I respect their right not to, but the logical conclusion that this was intelligently designed. This just doesn't come from random chance, right? So it's very specific. The next one is this video by Dill. It's his TED Talk on the protein folding problem. That's not as much of a problem now, thanks to scientific research and even artificial intelligence helping map out proteins. But halfway through, he changes his focus to making the argument that these are actual machines. So a lot of times talking to atheists with that previous video, they're like, well, they're not actual machines. It's not actual, DNA is not actual code. They're not actual machines. And so, as far as I can tell, this guy is not a theist. I can't tell, but his credentials are amazing. And he makes the argument that they are machines. They actually do work. All right, the next one is another secular video on mRNA translation. So, my main argument, my favorite argument for a creator is that in every living cell, even bacteria, there is code and the machinery to turn that code into more machine parts. Very similar to a 3D printer, which is code and the machinery to turn that code into a functional object. But this is mRNA being translated by a ribosome, along with the tRNA bringing the amino acids so that there is a polypeptide chain that will fold into a protein. So again, hopefully people will see this and be like, yeah, that really looks designed. All right, next one. I love this video by James Tour. This is the one that I believe got him on the map. Abiogenesis is all about chemicals becoming life. So it's really about chemistry. So a man who builds chemicals for a living is definitely qualified to talk about abiogenesis. And he helps us be skeptical. That's the problem, is I think there is just a lack of skepticism toward abiogenesis among atheists and materialists. So this will help them ask good questions. He brings up problems. He builds molecules for a living, so he knows there is problems and that it isn't logical to think that chemicals will become these amazing complex molecules without a creator. Again, the next one is Stadler. He covers Professor Dave trying to debunk James Tour. And so again, he brings up skepticism and he brings up science, like that. I used to believe that RNA was self-replicating until I watched this video. And so he just helps us with scientific questions, because that's what science is about. It's about asking questions, and it's about being skeptical, that we need evidence. And so those who believe in abiogenesis, like Professor Dave, he points out that there is so much faith and it's not grounded in evidence. The next one is, this shows a great animation of a polypeptide chain going into this heat shock protein that will help it fold properly. So man, the first time I heard about protein chaperones, I was just blown away. I just couldn't believe that anybody who knew about protein chaperones could be a materialist, could be an atheist, because it's so amazing that they exist to help polypeptide chains fold properly. You might want to study protein aggregation, or ask the person you're trying to help to study protein aggregation along with protein chaperones. And again, hopefully they'll just come to their senses and be like, this didn't happen randomly, right? The first living cell had to have protein chaperones, or else protein aggregation would have happened and it wouldn't have lived. Next is we have Topoisomerase. Now this is from the Discovery Science YouTube channel, so this is a creation source. But of course, if scientists see reasons for a creator, then they should be creationists, right? So the problem I see is that a lot of atheists and materialists just want to debunk a source or a scientist if they are a creationist. Well, that if the scientist is honest and the scientist has found evidence for a creator, then they should be a creationist. So this one shows the molecular machine that helps detangle DNA. Now this is amazing, because again, this is something that's also in bacteria, that as DNA is replicated, it can get tangled, it needs to be untangled, and even some antibiotics attack this particular machine so that the bacteria, the DNA in the bacteria, does get tangled. So yeah, hopefully these 7 videos help. Be logical, be skeptical, ask for evidence. This book is great for new believers, and if I were a youth pastor again, then I would just go through these 100 questions over and over with them. It's also great for leading small group Bible studies, mentoring, and as a daily devotional. The Kindle version is only 99 cents.